Hello, my dear friends. How are you? I hope you're good and I'm also fine here. I welcome you to my channel English Planet, wherein I make videos about English grammar, English proverbs, English idioms, and English pronunciation. In today's video, I'm going to talk about prepositional phrases. But before starting off, if you're hearing my voice for the first time, I'm your friend Sunil. I'm a production engineer. Also, I've done MBA from the University of Mumbai, India. So that's about it. Without wasting much of your time, let's jump straight into the video. Now, before actually getting into prepositional phrase, I would like to explain you what is a modifier. A modifier is basically a group, a word or a phrase or a clause that describes another word in a sentence. It provides more information about another word in a sentence. They are of two types, pre-modifiers and post-modifiers. For example, the man with black beard was giving the speech. So here with black beard is the modifier. Why it is the modifier? Because it provides more information about the man. So with black beard is the modifier. Second example, call the boy in red shirt. In red shirt becomes the modifier here. Why? Because it gives more information about the boy. The boy, which boy? The boy in red shirt. So in red shirt becomes the modifier. It provides more information. It describes the boy basically. So in red shirt is the modifier. Let's have a look at the third example. The old man was walking slowly. So slowly becomes a modifier because it's describing the walking style of the old man. Was walking slowly. How he was walking slowly. So slowly is the modifier. Now let us understand the types of phrases. There are total 12 types of phrases. For example, prepositional phrase, verb phrase, adjectival phrase, adverbial phrase, gerund phrase, conjunctional phrase, participle phrase, appositive phrase, absolute phrase, interjectional phrase, noun phrase, and infinitive phrase. However, in today's lecture, we shall be focusing only on the prepositional phrases. Now, before starting with the prepositional phrase, let me explain you what a preposition is. If you want to know more about prepositions, I have already uploaded a video on prepositions, so you can go and check it out. But just to provide a snapshot, a preposition is a word which basically connects a noun or a pronoun with a verb or an adjective. It is a linking word. It is a connector. It connects a noun or a pronoun with a verb or an adjective. For example, in, at, from, on, at, with, etc. So these are the prepositions. Now what is a prepositional phrase? A prepositional phrase will always begin with a proposition and it will contain a modifier and a object. Let us see the syntax of the prepositional phrase, or you can say the structure of the prepositional phrase. As I said, a prepositional phrase will always begin with a proposition and end with an object. The object could be noun or a pronoun or a gerund or a clause. Okay, so it begins with a proposition, then comes a modifier, and it will end with an object. Object could be noun or a pronoun or a gerund or a clause. Let's see the syntax or the structure. First structure is, it will start with preposition plus, there won't be, if there is no modifier, it will end with the object. Object could be noun or a pronoun or a gerund or a clause. Let's see the second structure. If there are modifiers, then it will start with the preposition plus the modifier or the modifiers, as the case may be, plus the object. Object could be noun or a pronoun or a gerund or a clause. And remember, a prepositional phrase will never contain the subject of a sentence. It will never contain the subject of a sentence. What is the subject? It is the doer of the action. Okay, it is the doer of the action, and it provides, it indicates what the statement is all about. That is the subject. Now preposition plus object as a noun. Let's see the examples. Preposition plus object as a noun. There won't be any modifiers in this. This is the first structure. Object as a noun. For example, he drove to town. To is the preposition. Town is the noun. So to town becomes the prepositional phrase. I'm scared of ghosts. Of is the preposition. Ghost is the noun. So of ghost becomes the prepositional phrase. It will always begin with a preposition plus the modifiers, and it will end with an object. Object could be noun, pronoun, gerund, or a clause. In this case, we are looking at object as a noun. Third one, the car in the garage is mine. In is the preposition, the garage is the noun. So in the garage becomes a prepositional phrase. The man with the wig looks silly. With is the preposition, the wig is the object acting as a noun. So with the wig becomes a prepositional phrase. So this was preposition plus object as a noun. Now let's see preposition plus object as a pronoun. I read about him yesterday. About is the preposition, him is the object acting as a pronoun. So about him becomes a prepositional phrase. She arrived before them. Before is the preposition, them is the object acting as a pronoun. So before them becomes a prepositional phrase. He bought it for her. For is the preposition, her is the object acting as a pronoun. So for her is the prepositional phrase. Come with me, please. With is the preposition, me is the object acting as a pronoun. So with me becomes a prepositional phrase. Now preposition plus object as a gerund. Now what is a gerund? I've already made a video on gerund, so you can check it out. But just for providing the snapshot, gerund is a word ending in ing. It is a word which is formed from the verb, but it acts as a noun. It will always act as a noun. So gerund is a word ending in ing. That is, for example, speaking, listening, reading, writing, singing, dancing, ing. And it will always act as a noun. For example, he passed the exam by cheating. So by is the preposition, cheating is the object acting as a gerund. So by cheating is a prepositional phrase. You should say goodbye before leaving. Before is the preposition, leaving is an object acting as a gerund. So before leaving becomes the prepositional phrase. After finishing dinner, she left. After is the preposition, finishing is the object acting as a gerund. So after finishing becomes the prepositional phrase. Despite failing the test, she was offered a place. So despite is the preposition, failing is the object acting as a gerund, ing, tense in ing. So it is a prepositional phrase. Now I am not taught you what a clause is, but just for a brief introduction about clauses, a clause is a group of words which contain a subject verb combination. It will always contain a subject and a verb. And there are two kinds of clauses, independent and dependent clauses. Dependent clauses are also known as subordinate clauses. Independent clauses are the clauses which contain a subject and a verb, and they form a complete sense. They form a complete sentence. Whereas dependent clause, they don't form a complete sentence. They don't form a complete sense, and they depend upon the independent clause for their meaning. There are three kinds of dependent clauses: noun clause, adverb clause, and adjective clause. So let's have a look at the examples. Are you the person with whom I spoke earlier? So with is the preposition, whom I spoke is the clause. So it becomes a prepositional phrase. He walked in spite of the fact that it was raining. In spite of is the preposition. The fact that it was raining is the clause. So this becomes a prepositional clause, prepositional phrase. Now let's see the examples of the second type of structure, that is preposition plus modifier plus object as a noun or a pronoun or a gerund or a clause. Let's see the first example. He drove to the old town. To is the preposition. Old is the modifier. Which town? Old town. It describes the town. And town is the noun. Object as a noun. So to the old town is a prepositional phrase. I'm scared of screaming ghosts. Of is the prepositional phrase. Remember, it will always start with the preposition. So of is the preposition. Screaming is the modifier. What kind of ghost? Screaming ghost. It provides more information about ghost. It's describing the ghost. And ghost is the object as a noun. So of screaming ghost is a prepositional phrase. The car in the white garage is mine. In is the preposition. White is the modifier. Garage is the object acting as a noun. So in the white garage is a prepositional phrase. Fourth one. The man with the big red wig looks silly. With is the preposition. The big red is are the two modifiers. Big and red, two modifiers. And wig is the noun. So with the big red wig is a prepositional phrase. Now prepositional phrase can also be used as an adverb phrase. Now what does an adverb do? It basically modifies a verb or another adverb or an adjective. So there are three kinds of adverbial phrases. Adverbial phrases of place, adverbial phrases of time, and adverbial phrases of reason. Let's have a look at the first kind of phrase, adverbial phrase of place. He drove to the old town. He drove where? To the old town. So it modifies the verb drove. Drove is the verb here. So he drove where? To the old town. So it modifies the verb drove. So this is the prepositional phrase acting as an adverbial phrase. To the old town is the adverbial phrase. Understand the structure. To is the preposition, old is the modifier, town is the noun. So to the old town is a prepositional phrase acting as an adverb phrase of place. Now adverbial phrase of time. Please come at exactly 6 p.m. Please come at what time? Come, it modifies the verb come. At what time? At exactly 6 p.m. So at exactly 6 p.m. becomes a prepositional phrase acting as the adverbial phrase of time. Third one is the adverbial phrase of reason. Let's have a look at the example. Because of the terrible weather, he didn't go. He didn't go. Why? Because of the terrible weather. Because is the preposition, terrible is the modifier, weather is the noun. So because of the terrible weather is a prepositional phrase acting as an adverbial phrase of reason. Now prepositional phrase can also act as an adjective phrase. What does an adjective do? Adjective, they basically modify the nouns or the pronouns. So let's see the examples. The car in the white garage is mine. So the car is a noun. The noun car is modified. The car, which car? In the white garage. So it modifies the noun car. So in the white garage is a prepositional phrase acting as an adjective phrase. The man with the big red wig looks silly. Here the noun man is modified. So this is basically a prepositional phrase acting as an adjectival phrase with the big red wig. The car beside the red one is the one I want to buy. The car, which car? Beside the red one. So it modifies the noun car. Because it modifies the noun car, it is an adjective phrase. So this is a prepositional phrase acting as a functioning as an adjective phrase. The area outside the boundary is dangerous to cross. The area, which area? Outside the boundary. So outside is the preposition, boundary is the object acting as a noun. So it modifies the noun area. So outside the boundary is a prepositional phrase acting as an adjective phrase. All rooms below deck are for sleeping. All rooms, which rooms? Below deck. So it modifies the noun room. Below is the preposition, deck is the object acting as a noun. So below deck is the prepositional phrase acting as an adjective phrase. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, from me. I hope it was a knowledgeable session for you. So if you have any doubts, queries or suggestions, please mention in the comment box below. I'll definitely have a look at them and come back to you. So until next time, bye bye and take care.